So we tackled on that already. Just just a review. Again, we have preventive trials for vaccination. Um, so here we usually have participants who are healthy patients or healthy but are high risk already, but they do not have the disease of interest yet. So its main objective is to check whether the new drug or the new vaccine will be preventive of them having the disease of interest. And of course, we have the community trial wherein, for example, dito sa community trial natin, we take a group as an individual. So yung ano natin, yung in randomized control trial, our participants are individuals. Here, our participants would be the community or per group. Okay, so this clinical trial, preventive trial, and community trial, of course, are not observational anymore because you have already manipulated or put an intervention on it, intervention in one arm. So these are already experimental studies. When you introduce an intervention, may it be a drug or a procedure, that's already experimental studies. The qualitative approach, we did not tackle that in any of our exercises. So, but they have a separate lecture for that. For research designs on quantitative and qualitative in research methods too. Okay, so do you have any questions at this point? If you have any questions, see who is the liaison officer for section B?
Me po, Doc.
Ay, okay. What's your name? Sorry, walang name yung yung squares.
Jaya po.
Jaya. Okay. Jaya, tell me na lang if may questions in the chat box kasi I cannot see. I'm using my iPad. Okay. So at this point, do you have any questions? So I have a slide there on how, I don't know, do you have the contingency table? But that is very complex. Just to give you an overview that a lot of formula can arise just from your contingency table. So like I tell my preceptor group, it's just important you know where to put the disease and the test, okay? Or the exposure. So remember, the columns would always be your presence or absence of disease as diagnosed by your gold standards. Okay? And then the rows would be the exposure. The very important only are the ones that we defined in exercise 5, I think. So you were asked to define different terms. So I guess sensitivity is there, specificity, positive predictive value, negative predictive value, and likelihood ratio. In our level that we're starting, maybe that's the most important. Okay. So I would like also to tackle the general format of the research paper there as compared to the research proposal. So in research proposal, what is different is that you have a review of literature. So the review of related literature in the research proposal, so it's only found there, is that you extracted studies with the same PCOM or PIOM as your study of interest, and you appraise them. Like for example, sasabihin mo lang, in this study on the same population, with they looked for ganyan and found out that there were lesser people. I just want to check in my study, since we are a different race, if it's still applicable. So it's like you're appraising based on the current available studies that have similar PCOM to your study of choice. Okay? So yun yung review of related literature. Now, pagdating sa research paper, your research paper is your final manuscript after your research proper it's parang your completed research na, it's already integrated in the introduction. So mamimili ka na lang what's the most important. Kasi your introduction has the background of your study, plus the significance of your study, and plus the review of related literature. When in the research proposal, magkakahiwalay na segments yon, na sections yon. Okay? Next, of course, you have your methods. Also, sa research proposal natin, it's important that you you propose the timetable, the personnel and facilities that you will use, and the budget. So this is specifically also for funding, for approval and for funding of the research. So you will be able to appreciate that in the second sem when you implement your research already. So second sem of next year. And very important is, of course, your citing of reference. You cannot put anything there without citing a reference, ha? Even if it's not, if you rephrase it, you have to cite it pa rin. Okay? So, actually, the ideal is everything that you put there is cited. Is really cited. So actually wala kang new idea when you do your research. Of course, when it comes to your discussion, those are your ideas already. So the citations might be lesser that time. Okay. So of course, we have also tackled the different reporting guidelines. So these are very important because, of course, after you do your research paper, it's not enough that you just put any sections there. There are checklists to be followed. So these checklists to be followed are also followed by the publishers, by international publishers. They also use this as a guidelines. So we have the consort statement, a consort checklist reporting randomized controlled trials, the STARD reporting diagnostic accuracy studies. This is important. STROBE also reporting of observational studies in epidemiology. PRISMA reporting of systematic reviews and meta-analysis. And MOOS reporting of meta-analysis naman of observational study. So yun yung meron din kasi meta-analysis of observational study. But I didn't touch on that because mas ginagamit natin yung meta-analysis of randomized controlled trials. So that one uses PRISMA. So all of these are actually seen in the web-based Equator network. So punta lang kayo doon, it's like a one-stop shop, nandun na lahat ng mga reporting guidelines. So it's not enough that you finish your research paper based on the sections that is being asked. It's important also that you also comply with the checklist for the particular case, for the particular research method. So I guess that's it. Do you have any more questions? So actually, research for me is very important. I have 2 more minutes. So research for me is really important because during the time, so I just read this, when they diagnose diabetes, talagang the doctors will taste the urine of their patients. Pag matamis, then they will diagnose the patient already with diabetes. So if not for research, we will be we might be still doing the same thing as at present time. So I think research is really, I told this again to my preceptor group, that research is really the hand, the invisible hand that moves the world forward, that moves medicine forward, that moves everything forward. So if you have any inclination in research, please feed it. Pag yung laban, please go with the flow and feed it. Because those who did health innovations and health advancements for us and the patients to be enjoying now, because it is more convenient for everyone, because it is fine finally the answer to a long-standing incurable disease, they came from actually doctors like yourselves, okay, who were particularly interested in research. So those si Banting, the researcher who who discovered insulin, is really, hindi siya endocrinologist, but he is a surgeon who is into research. So may mga friends siya na into research. So he got the dog pancreas, he got the dog, parang he was experimenting on the dog, but wala yata magawa with the pancreas. So they tried to remove the pancreas, nagka-hypertension, nagka-high blood sugar si patient. So si dog, tumaas yung sugar ni dog. So nalaman nila that the sugar has come from the pancreas. So that's how medicine was different medicine, and particularly insulin, was discovered. So ayun, nakita nila, and probably they extracted some juice and check on it. Nakita nila that the juice from the pancreas was also the one that brought down the sugar nung inalis nila yung pancreas. And that's how insulin was developed. Because before, when you had diabetes, if you were an diagnosed adult, 6 years lang, your life expectancy would be just another 6 years from your diagnosis when you are an adult. But when you are a child, mahaba na yung 2 years of life expectancy as soon after you have been diagnosed. So ayon. And before, the treatment for diabetes before insulin was lifestyle modification. So talagang they starved the children with type 1 diabetes and the adults with type 2 diabetes until they were so unrecognizable and they didn't look like children anymore. Pero controlled yung sugar. And when you do this, the maximum for children was 2 years. So with the discovery of insulin, it's really a miracle. So, and that came from, of course, research and all other medications. So I want you to, if you have, sana man lang your baseline is not even a version, but at least if it's there, you will welcome it. Yung research, okay? If it's there, you will welcome it, but you will not dwell into it because so ka lang. That's not what you want. But if it's there, you have an inkling inside, you have something inside you that's interested in research, then feed it. So attend everything, try to reach out to research mentors, etc. But really, I appreciated all our research mentors because of this. So I guess with that, I am officially closing epidemiology and research methods 1. So I hope you learned a lot. So you may already, no? Sige, you may leave already kasi I went beyond 30 minutes. So thank you.
Thank you po.
Thank you also.